Tell me one community in Jamaica that is now at war with another community. Tell me that. Just think about it. Tell me one. We use states of public emergency. We invested over $90 billion in the capital budget of the security forces of Jamaica. We improved investigation, improved intelligence, improved operations of our security forces. And so today, Jamaica is moving in the right direction towards peace. They felt that Jamaica would never ever reduce its debt. We cut the debt in half. They felt that we would always have high unemployment. Unemployment is now down to 3.3%. They felt that they will always have to be burdening the people with taxes. We presented 10 budgets with no net new taxes in this country. And I could go on and on and on with all the big problems that we have taken on, and we have shown the results. So if you listen to the public debate, nobody says that we are not a good government. Scour all the commentary. Nobody says that this is not a good government. It is not just that we have been able to deliver, but we are also a stable government. 9 years and no problems in our administration. Stable government. Every member of my cabinet, every member of the Jamaica Labour Party made a decision to work hard, do their best, and deliver for the people. And you may wonder why we chose the slogan, Choose Jamaica. 2 years ago or so, you would recall that there were protests and demonstrations at our consulate and embassy in the United States. There were persons who wanted to tear down the image and brand of Jamaica in order to tear down the government. There were persons whose sole ambition was to get power at any cost, including tearing down Jamaica. Some persons call me and they say, Prime Minister, we want to go there and demonstrate. Help us to get some shirts so we can put on our JLP shirts and go there. And I said to them, no, this is not a fight. We must not go there and embarrass our country and contribute to the falsehoods. No. And one of them said to me, all right, Prime Minister, see what you're saying. You are choosing Jamaica. We don't tear down Jamaica in order to get the power in Jamaica. For the Jamaica Labour Party, our mathematics is that we must build up Jamaica and the people will give us the authority to continue to build up Jamaica. And that is why I choose Jamaica. And I ask all of you here, I ask all Jamaica, make the choice for Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. At the end of the day, it is not about me. It is not about the members of my political party. All of them have chosen Jamaica. At the end of the day, Jamaica is the boat in which we all sail. But some people are trying to puncture holes in the hull and then cry out that Jamaica is sinking, expecting that they are going to be the ones to rescue Jamaica when they were the ones, and they are the ones who are constantly sinking Jamaica and running the ship of Jamaica aground. They ran aground in the 70s. They ran aground with Finsack, and when they came back in 2011 to 2015, they ran aground again. We must never allow them to take us off the course on which we are now. We must never allow them to change the direction in which we are heading, the direction of peace and prosperity for everyone. So, there is no question about our performance and the direction of the country. But elections are also about what is to come. What will the new term of the administration look like? And I will say this to you. When the rum tell a certain man he's a big dancer, he goes out and he makes certain promises that people who understand how an economy works knows that it doesn't make sense. I expect that he knows how an economy works. And I expect that as a responsible leader, he wouldn't put something forward that is going to wreck the economy. But he did. It tells me that he doesn't respect you. We have managed a finely tuned economy. We know what is possible to do within responsible fiscal limits and what is not possible. Raising the threshold to $3.5 million doesn't make sense. And if it is done, you will pay for it within a year. Worst of all, it benefits about 120,000 persons, but 1.4 million Jamaicans will lose as a result of it. Right now, we are repairing 660 roads in Jamaica with a budget over a couple of years of $45 billion. That proposal cost somewhere in the region of $75 billion. It means is either he would cut that program and something else, or go and borrow to do it. I know there are some Jamaicans who are selfishly looking out and say, I am going to benefit. You may benefit today, but you will pay for it tomorrow. Now, the idea of a significant increase in the threshold was fathered by me. I heard Albin Hill telling the story, and I heard Marlon Morgan trying to sing the story. It's my picnic. This man a run come and try to take up the picnic. we already know is the first man I see a run to take a jacket. Listen to me carefully, because I know there are some Jamaicans who are looking at it because they really don't understand it. Our proposal increases the threshold gradually. So you are going to get there without any cost to you or anyone else. But our proposal is a little bit more equitable as well. Because in our next term, if you are 65 years and older, earning $6 million or less, you will pay no income taxes. And I'm appealing now and speaking to our senior citizens and our elders who didn't benefit from 1.5, who didn't benefit from the subsequent increases. During COVID, they had a difficult time they had to stay in, and it has been really difficult for them. And if we are a fair society, isn't it fairer to give them the benefit? Yes, and that costs nowhere near what the Romed proposal is. If I were a senior citizen, I know where my vote would lie. And as we are on senior citizens and pension income, the Jamaica Labour Party has increased payments to public sector workers by over $200 billion over the last 4 years. That's the largest increase to the public sector wage bill ever. But you know what that does? Under the new compensation program, it also increases the pension benefits of the people who are working now. So as our workforce ages and retires, one of the legacies of this Jamaica Labour Party government is that we have given more Jamaicans better pensions than ever before in the history of Jamaica. So you can see that in our next term, we are building a fairer society, a more equitable society, and we are taking care of our seniors. In our next term, we will reduce the base income tax rate from 25 to 15, and we will introduce a more progressive system. So everybody will pay less taxes relatively. But I want to point out to you that this administration has cut poverty from 16% to 8%. Cut poverty. And largely that has happened because our administration has tripled. I want you to listen to that. We have almost tripled the minimum wage. And I've heard the cries of Jamaicans. I was campaigning in Central Kingston during the local government election in 2024. I'll never forget it. A young lady came up to me and she said, "Prime Minister, why you increase the minimum wage? We had just increased the minimum wage the year before." And she said, "Prime Minister, no, you have to increase the minimum wage again." And we went back and we looked at it. And at that point, we concluded, and I'm saying this tonight because of the very important announcement. Jamaica will move to a livable wage system. In the next term, Jamaica will move to a livable wage system, and we will do it in a way that will not affect business or affect the economy. We have looked at a path to doing it, and we have worked out how it will be done. The livable wage, simply, is what the average person needs to survive for rent, utilities, education, food, and emergencies. In our third term, we will double the minimum wage from $16,000, what we have carried it to now, having almost tripled it, to $32,000. In our first budget, the minimum wage will move from $16,000 to $18,500, and then gradually after that for the next few years. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. It is necessary to do this. It is necessary to do this, and I want all Jamaicans to appreciate how our economy has changed. Yes, it's important for quality of life, but here's the big problem. At 3.3% unemployment, you are practically at full employment. People are not making a decision to leave what they are doing. Many of them are at home, many of them are at the street side, some of them are hustling. And so the incentive to work at that level is not strong enough. So by increasing the minimum wage gradually, you shift the incentive to work in favor of work. So you're going to get more Jamaicans voluntarily deciding to move out of the unemployment pool and into the labor pool. And that will give greater opportunity for growth in the economy.